Ho, 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 people. It's Santa hat time here on the Park and the Man page at yournews.com as we are 4 days from Christmas, 4 more shopping days to get you all something nice before the Christmas 2009, your official webcam countdown to Christmas at yournews.com. And, of course, if you didn't hear, Macy's will now be open 24 hours until Christmas Eve. There you go. Come on, here you go. Okay, so read the thing. It's all about the Lions' loss to the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, man. To fall to 2-12. Santa hat or not, maybe Jim Schwartz should have worn one of those because he was throwing stuff again. Wasn't quite as bad as Baltimore. At least they were in the thing after being down 17-0. Dante Culpepper pulled out of the game. Drew Stanton, Michigan State, Farmington Harrison High School, in the game. In fact, the crowd was chanting, "We want Stanton, we want Stanton." Maybe they should have said, "We want Santa," because Stanton wasn't very good either. Threw a pick. But he did lead them back. Scored a touchdown himself, rushing touchdown, first one. And, there may be a decision to be made for the final 2 games. Maybe Stanton, maybe Stafford, if he can get back. I don't think Culpepper, I think we're done with him. But that's up to Jim Schwartz this week. Louis Delmas had a nice game, 100-yard return from an interception for Kurt Warner for a touchdown. Louis Delmas, the only rookie in NFL history with a safety, a fumble recovery, a return for touchdown, and a pick for touchdown, all that in 1 year. First NFL rookie to ever do that. I wrote it all down so you can read it there. But the Cardinals win. They also win the NFC West by virtue of the Eagles' victory over the 49ers, which happens to be the Lions' next opponent and last road opponent. Thank God the last road game is coming up, and the Lions might lose them all again this year, just like last year, going for 20 straight road losses. But again, yesterday just shows you that wins are wins in the NFL, and this is flopping over. It should be over here, shouldn't it? Wins are wins, losses are losses. That's what you're paid for. Jim Schwartz knows it. Not about moral victories. None of that crap. None of that stuff. The barometer is W's and L's. And boy, the Lions have had more than anybody, more than 4 teams' share of L's. It's now 35 out of 38 losses. They're 3-35 since that 6-2 start in 07. And it just gets worse and worse all the time. They're playing for nothing. The 2 games left with the Niners and the Bears at home to wrap up this awful season. 2-12. It's the 7th time the Lions have had 12 or more losses in a year. 5 in this decade of the 2000s, which is rapidly coming to a close as we get into the 2010s, the teens. So read all about that. The whole thing is there. The quotes, the stuff, the thing. It's enjoyable, I suppose, for your Monday, your Christmas week Monday. Fake smile. Lions lose to the Cardinals. Arizona. Kurt Warner, Beanie Wells, the defense, everybody was doing it. And they didn't even play very well. Hey, Rob Parker said it last night on Channel 4. He's absolutely right. They sleptwalked through a win. I mean, they weren't interested after 17-0 and still win. I mean, it's just embarrassing. This team does it every week. Just makes others look great. Beanie Wells had over 100 yards rushing. So did Maurice Morris. He had a big touchdown run. In fact, I think that was the most yards. 126 was the most by a Lions running back since Kevin Jones back in 2006. So there you go. You can read all about that. 2 games to go, people. Other NFL stuff, the Josh Cribbs and Jerome Harrison from the Browns game yesterday. Cribbs, 2 100-yard kickoff returns for touchdowns. He has the NFL record now, most in a career with 8. Count them 8. That's pretty good. And Jerome Harrison, overshadowed by Cribbs. Yet Harrison had 286 yards rushing. It shattered Jim Brown's old record, set way back when, the great Jim Brown. And Harrison's 286 was the 3rd most in NFL history on the ground. This guy came in with 301 total yards on the ground. He had 286 in the 1 game. Cleveland did get the win, by the way, over Kansas City. They now have more wins than the Lions. Browns have 3, Lions have 2. Do with it what you want. The Bears fall to 5-9. Is Lovie Smith in trouble in Chicago? I have an opinion about that you can read. Brett Favre was stinky. Stunk in Carolina last night. But even though they lost, because the Packers lost, Brett Favre and the Vikings have clinched the NFC North, so they're going to the postseason. We all knew that anyhow. And Big Ben was awesome. Ben Roethlisberger in that game against the Packers for Pittsburgh. 503 yards passing, including the last-second touchdown to Mike Wallace. Bob Costas had the line. I wrote it. I got to give the credit to him. When 60 minutes went off the clock, it was Mike Wallace. So, same name, different guy. And a lot younger. Kobe Bryant, I made a claim on DFN. I was on DFN Sunday with Ron Cameron that Kobe would be over 40 points. He was well under 40 at 28, but the Lakers still dominated the Pistons and led most of the way in the victory by the Los Angeles Lakers over the Pistons at the Palace. Pistons have now lost, 4 in a row after winning 5 in a row? Michigan State basketball. If you didn't see, Sports Illustrated named them the college basketball team of the decade. There's a lot of debate about whether or not it should have been North Carolina or Florida. There's the compelling opinions as to why Seth Davis makes the opinion as to why MSU was the team of the decade. But for nothing else, and you can read about why maybe Florida or NC in the piece I wrote in the Tweets and Feats. But if nothing else, MSU has joined the status of the elite when some magazine like Sports Illustrated decides that they are the team of the 2000s, team of the decade. So give it up to Izzo and the Spartans for doing that. No matter what you think about them, someone said they should be the team of the decade. And Dick Enberg, I failed to mention this. 75 years old, he's got a brand new job. You can read what it is, but he will no longer be calling CBS tournament games, which we've gotten so used to ever since he called the famous Magic Larry Bird game in '79. He's doing something else at the age of 75. He's almost starting kind of a new career, or maybe an old career, bringing it back. So Dick Enberg from Central Michigan and Mount Clemens, Michigan, right here. The pride of Mount Clemens and Armada High. Doing something cool, and you can read about that on the Parker and the Man page, yournews.com, 4 days from Christmas, got the Santa hat, and I don't know, maybe, does it look better if you just do it in front? Maybe that's the way we do it. We'll have it on one more time this week, and so join us right here on yournews.com. Happy holidays.